Why do I still have nipples? Like, I'm wearing 2 shirts, and I still got nipples. Blackbird. So, Blackbird is an Apple TV original true crime drama inspired by true events starring Taron Egerton and Paul Walter Hauser. Egerton plays James Keene, a very likable coke dealer who gets busted by the DEA and sent to prison. Hauser plays Larry Hall, a serial killer who is in a maximum security prison awaiting the results of his appeal, which they think is probably going to get him out of jail. So the FBI recruits James Keene because he's so likable and affable and everybody seems to love this guy to go into the maximum security prison and befriend Larry Hall with the hopes of eliciting some more information from him. Where the bodies are, what weapon did he use, anything that they can do to keep this son of a bitch in prison. And Jimmy's not too keen on the idea of going into a maximum security prison as a rat, but they tell him if he's able to actually get some information like where the bodies are or what have you, that they'll let him walk on his 10-year coke sentence. And now we have a show. So right off the bat, I want to start with this guy, Paul Walter Hauser. I love this guy. I loved him in Richard Jewell. I loved him in I, Tonya. I loved him in Cobra Kai. He's really good at playing these guys that are a little weird, a little off the beaten path, a little socially awkward. It seems like that's kind of his thing. I'm sure he's got range, but as of right now, that's what I'm seeing from him, but I could watch it all day. He plays creepy, loner, kind of weirdo people. And Larry Hall is no exception. Now, I gotta give it to Hauser in this performance, him and the writing, because his performance, in addition to the writing, sometimes make it so you actually feel bad for him, even though he's a heinous serial killer. You don't feel bad for him a lot, but there are places here and there when Egerton's character is starting to buddy up to him, and you see how happy he is to have a friend, and you almost feel like, you know, not that you're on his side, he's a piece of shit. But there are these moments where you really feel like he feels the happiness of finally having someone understand him, but then you know it's all set up, so you're kind of like, that sucks. But also, you know, fuck him. He just plays it so creepy and so contained, but then rageful, and that voice. Larry Hall's got this voice that just, it sounds like the last voice that a person might hear before they're murdered. You know, he's very strange, and he talks like this, and he says things, and he's got these crazy burn sides. Which I learned, they're not called sideburns, they're called burn sides. Larry taught me that. A lot of people think they're called sideburns, but they're actually burn sides. Egerton also gives a very good performance, very layered. Like I said, he's likable, very affable, you know, he's, hey, yo, hey, I'm a likable guy, hey, you know. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't do finger guns or, hey, yo, but you know what I mean, he's likable. He also does like 3 straight minutes in the first episode shirtless, which doesn't seem like it's a lot of time shirtless, but like it did. It felt excessive. After, you know, minute 2, I was like, why? Are they going to put a shirt on this guy? Like, he's arrested. He's handcuffed. Someone get this guy a shirt. But Egerton really kills it, man, because he's got to play this cocky guy, but then also has to play this kind of conniving guy. And there are a few scenes, without giving too much away, where Larry's telling him, like, these heinous things, and he's got to keep the face up because he's trying to, you know, be friends with him. He can't have Larry tell him some crazy shit, and he goes, holy shit, man, what are you saying? And he's got to play that as an actor, you know, behind the eyes and with the tenseness in the jaw. Like, what he's hearing is making him uneasy, but he can't show it, but he's got to show the audience, us watching, that, like, yeah, he's not cool with this, and there's a lot of skill there. It really is an incredible performance. Now, the late, great Ray Liotta is also in this show, and he plays Jimmy's father. Now, I don't want to take away anything from Ray Liotta's performance, but to me it was very powerful because in this show, he's sick. He's had a couple strokes, and he's like on his way to the grave. And something about knowing that he actually is no longer with us kind of made that, you know, made watching that feel just way more real. This also marks Ray Liotta's last time appearing on a television show. He still has some movies that are yet to come out, but as far as TV, this was his last performance. Greg Kinnear is also in this show, and of course he's good. Everyone loves Greg Kinnear. He's great, but I feel like he was a little underutilized. He doesn't get much screen time. With the screen time he has, he does what we want him to do. You know, he Greg Kinnears it, but you know, as the old expression goes, some Kinnear is better than no Kinnear. That's not an expression. So the overall story that is Blackbird I found to be extremely compelling, somewhat graphic to a point where it felt a little bit gratuitous, but I don't really think so. I think it was extremely necessary to really draw a picture of exactly how evil and terrible this piece of shit Larry is. And again, the writing, Hauser's performance, Egerton's performance, Liotta's performance, Kinnear's performance, mwah, beautiful. Did I just go mwah, beautiful? I did. I'm leaving it in. Another thing I really liked about it is it was the perfect length. You know what I mean? A very easy watch. 6 episodes, limited series, Every episode left you wanting the next episode, which for me was really annoying with this week-to-week shit. But all the episodes are out now, so you don't have to wait. You can just binge them all on Apple TV. So the final word from me on Blackbird is if you like gritty true crime drama, then you need to go watch Blackbird right now. So that's my review. You know what to do. Leave me a comment if you'd like to, and if you want to see more things from me, just go on YouTube, search Choke on Funny.